A few weeks had passed since that nightmare, and everything seemed to have returned to normal. The boy gradually forgot the terrifying dream and resumed his usual routine. However, one morning he was jolted awake by the sound of screaming and shouting. From his little sister's room, he could hear a fierce argument. His mother was angrily scolding her. "Why did you cut up the clothes I put in the washing machine?" The boy, who had stayed up late playing video games the night before, was exhausted and had no desire to be woken up early on his day off. Annoyed, he muttered to himself about how he couldn't wait to get out of this house. He had recently been having issues with his parents over his studies and had become somewhat distant from everyone at home. He decided to see what the commotion was about. When he entered his sister's room, he saw her screaming and throwing a tantrum. "My doll told me you are a bad person and that I should cut your clothes. She tells me lots of stories at night, stories about her family and the old times." His mother, exasperated and hurt, retorted, "If that doll is telling you to do such things, then I'll throw it away." His sister screamed back, "If you touch her, I'll never forgive you." The boy's mother was shocked and deeply disturbed by her daughter's aggression, but managed to hold back her anger. She sighed heavily and walked out of the room, murmuring about how she was going to lose her mind because of them. As she left, she glanced at her son and said, "One day, you'll all be the death of me." The boy, feeling a mix of guilt and frustration, told his sister, "Why did you have to make Mom so mad? Now she's going to take it out on me too." His sister snapped back, "Get out of here!" He muttered under his breath about how crazy his family was becoming and left the room, slamming the door behind him. On his way down the stairs, he noticed his mother staring out the window, lost in thought. He considered talking to her, but decided against it, thinking it wasn't the right time. Downstairs, he opened the fridge to get some juice and something to eat, trying to shake off the morning's chaos. As he closed the fridge door, he saw his mother in the laundry room, grumbling about the ruined clothes. At first, he didn't think much of it, but then he realized something was off. How could she be both upstairs and in the laundry room at the same time? Suddenly, he felt a cold chill and heard the sound of his own heartbeat thudding in his ears. The mother-like figure at the window turned to face him, a sinister smile creeping across her face before she vanished into the hallway. The boy's shock made him drop the glass of juice, shattering it on the floor. He could still hear his mother in the laundry room, light complaining about the mess. Paralyzed with fear, he could only stare at the spot where the doppelganger had stood. Acting on instinct, he bolted up the stairs toward his sister's room, fearing for her safety. What if that thing did to her what he had seen in his dream? At the top of the stairs, he saw the door to his sister's room slightly ajar, and through the gap, he could see the figure that looked just like his mother. It was standing half hidden behind the door, staring at him with cold, dead eyes. Terrified but determined, he demanded in a trembling voice, Who are you?" The figure stepped back and closed the door. Driven by a protective instinct, he rushed to the door and tried to open it, but it was locked. He pounded on the door, yelling, "Open up! Mom! Come here, there's someone in Emma's room." His mother hurried upstairs, alarmed by his shouting. She found him banging on the door, desperate to get in. She hurried to the door and managed to unlock it. The boy stumbled inside, expecting the worst, but there was no one there except his sister, who was calmly playing with her dolls. His sister looked up, annoyed. "You're so rude. Can't you see I'm having a tea party with the princesses from 8 kingdoms? Get out!" His mother, now more confused and upset, asked, "What on earth are you doing, Jake?" Jake, panting and bewildered, said, "I swear, I saw someone who looked exactly like you come in here and shut the door. I thought they were going to hurt Emma." His sister laughed mockingly. "You're going crazy, big brother." Their mother, trying to stay calm, said, "This is what happens when you stay up all night playing video games. It messes with your mind. You need to stop this nonsense." Jake insisted, "No, it's that cursed doll. Ever since Emma brought it home, strange things have been happening." His sister shouted, "Get out!" Jake and his mother left the room, closing the door behind them. His mother, clearly at her wit's end, went back downstairs to clean up the broken glass in the kitchen. Jake leaned against the wall, trying to make sense of what he had just seen. Was he losing his mind, or was something truly wrong in their home? His mother called from downstairs, "Jake, come clean up this mess you made." Jake grumbled, "All right, I'm coming." As he went to clean up, a feeling of dread settled over him. Something was terribly wrong, and he knew he had to do something about it, and he needed to figure out what it was before it was too late.